right. So how long have you been working with financial aid at the Peralta District?
I've started. It's been about 11 years now. I started in 2001, I believe, as at Laney. Um, I actually started as a work study student in 2001 and kind of worked my way up. I've been here at College Alameda as a supervisor for. It's been about a little over a year now. Yeah.
Are the systems, how they work, different compared to Laney and Alameda, or are they all the same? Do you guys function the same?
Yeah, we all share the same system. We all use the same system. We use PeopleSoft to check student enrollment, student transcripts. We also have an independent system, financial aid system called SAFE that we use to do day-to-day functions like paying students, ordering disbursements, um, loading student files, things like that.
How did the budget cuts affect the staff financial aid?
Budget cuts. Due to budget cuts, we actually have our own funding from the state every year. It has been cut over the past few years. Staffing is limited from what it was even 5 or 6 years ago. With lack of staff, we do have a lot more students over the past 5 or 6 years due to the recession. A lot more students are coming in for financial aid. If they don't have a job, they go back to school, and if they don't have a job, they need financial aid to help them pay for school. So we're getting a higher volume of students and a reduced staff. So each staff member is taking on a lot more than they used to, which causes delays in processing files and delays in assisting students receive financial aid. So budget cuts have affected us in our office tremendously.
So before you mentioned how there was a greater number of staff, how much of them did they drop? Like, say, I guess a rough estimate number of how much used to work and how they work now, or how many people work now?
I know over. Well, I've only been here a year, so.
Or you can talk about Laney too. That's cool.
At Laney, I remember we had staff. We hired a lot of part-time staff to kind of fill in, but now since the budget cuts, we're not able to hire as much part-time to help out in terms of assisting students at the front or reviewing cases. So, and I know at Laney, there's a lot more students over at Laney, a lot higher, definitely higher student population. So, I think at Laney we've lost a few people. I know since I transferred from there, they lost a person. So, at Laney, I can't really say Laney and Alameda are the same because it's a different. Even though we're like a few miles apart, there's a different. In terms of staffing, I think we have adequate staffing here, but at Laney, I know that they do lack staffing.
What's the best way to inform students about new policies that's been going on?
Currently, we're trying to work. I know here at College Alameda, we're trying to work in terms of improving communications with students, new ways of communication, new ways of broadcasting information to students using the technology that we have. I know that we just installed that TV out there to kind of have information that is important that we need students to read and look at. Also, we're working on. Our new website is launching at the end of the month. We're using a WordPress now instead of our old system. I don't know what web system we were using before, but we're now going to use WordPress, which is more user friendly. We're going to have videos on our website now to kind of answer any general questions students might have. Our forms will be online. Our numbers, our forms, our policies, our procedures. Everything will be online for students to access. Also, we're going to start using a Facebook page to kind of broadcast information and deadlines and when forms need to be submitted, when grants, what type of grants are available, what scholarships we have. So we're trying to definitely branch out from just we used to send snail mailers, mail to students, which takes a lot longer to get the news out rather than if we use the technology that we have. Students will be more alert and more be able to get their file or financial aid resolved quicker and get their financial aid sooner.
When is that launching again?
The new website is June 30th. I mean, not June, July 30th.
July. Oh, so the end of this month. So
Yeah.
it'll be activated or active for the fall semester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still meeting to talk about what, in terms of communications, with the website, in terms of events that we want to have, who's going to be the gatekeeper in terms of what information is posted on the website, what events. I know that there are a lot of events on campus that need a lot of students don't know about, and we're working on kind of either posting on the TV or putting it definitely on the front page of our Alameda website, so students kind of know there's a event going on, and you're recommended to, highly encouraged to attend.
So with that, with these new technical stuff going on, that's going all around the school, right? You got is Laney gonna have Merritt and BCC? Are they gonna have TVs and all that?
I can't really speak for the other campuses because they have. I'm not involved with what type of decisions they make or communications they have. I don't know if we actually have a committee of a few people, faculty, staff, student, that we kind of communicate and negotiate, kind of have a discussion as to what's best for the student. So we do have a student representative and an administrator and a staff member who we kind of throw ideas at each other. I don't know if they have that at the other colleges. I'm assuming they do.
So that's where pretty much you guys are. How is that funded, or how do you guys get that?
What do you mean? How is it funded?
Your money that you get from to make a new website, to get the TVs, and is that from the state, or is that or is that from the reserve?
It's not from. I honestly don't know the answer to that question, so I can't really say. Our website coordinator, Jane, she is kind of the coordinator in terms of the new website, and she's informed us that we have a new website and we could start building our website in terms of how we want it to look, what information we want on there. Yeah. In terms of funding, I don't know who's paying or for the upgrade. Yeah. I don't know that answer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering since it's the Peralta district, I haven't heard anything about that Laney, but they're doing remodels over there. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering if that's what they're doing. Is it all going like
some of the sites are already using WordPress. Mm-hmm. I think Alameda hasn't. We're starting July 30th, but I think some of the college already use WordPress. So we're migrating to WordPress July 30th.
Okay, so do the financial aid offices decide the policies, or is it?
It's the policies are made. It's district-wide policy. So, I don't set the policy and procedure. There's usually a meeting with the supervisors at each college and the district financial aid director, and we kind of discuss if there's any changes to our policy and procedure that we want to implement. Also, every year there's always changes in federal law that we have to follow. So those we do change our policies and procedures based on new federal regulations that come down.
All right.
Yeah.
And how has the financial aid changed since you've been working, or has there been a big trend or drop or?
No, there's definitely been an increase of students receiving financial aid. Our numbers have increased over the past 5 years in terms of students receiving financial aid. More specifically, Pell Grants. I think 3 or 4 years ago, there was at Alameda, there was only 1,200 students receiving financial aid. Now, for this year, there's already 1,700 students receiving financial aid. I'm not even talking about students who've applied and aren't eligible. There's a lot of students who do apply and receive, who don't receive a Pell Grant, but they're entitled to other funds, other types of financial aid, fee waiver, a loan, things like that.
So do the cuts, is there a cap for you guys to give how much
financial aid?
Yeah.
No. If a student is eligible for financial aid and they submit all the necessary forms, they will receive their grant. It's just if there's a high volume of students who turn it in and there's limited staff, then the time period as to when a student is able to receive their funding might be delayed slightly because of that. But if they're eligible, enrolled, submit paperwork, they will get their financial aid at some point.
All right, great.
Is there any other questions?
You guys have any other additional questions?